Hello everyone, I am Karina Chin with karinascreations.com, and I'm going to show you how to make a few cards today, actually 2 cards today, but my main video I wanted to do was to talk about the new celebration items that Stampin' Up! Has starting on February 15th, which is this Friday. So I just wanted to go through that quickly. Now, one of the first celebration items that will be available is a brand new stamp set called All Adorned. And when I first saw this in the catalog, wasn't sure what to think about it, but after playing with it, I fell in love with it. It really helps if you have a stamparatus machine. And of course, if you don't have one, Celebration is the time to get it, because every time you purchase $60, you will get something for free, which is nice. Oh, and I see Sandra and Tara are here. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so you can get something for free. And this is one of the stamp sets that you could get for free with a $60 order. So I'm just going to go through 2 of the cards that I made. The reason it's nice to get a stamparatus is that this piece here, when you stamp it, when you set it up in the corner, I'll have to do another video on this, but you just rotate your paper and it gives you perfect placement. So this is a card I made for actually Tara, because she promoted to silver, and it's just embossed with silver embossing powder. It's just thick white cardstock and then a little bit of silver foil. So it's very simple but very elegant card. And I do have a team called Crafting Crew, and the starter kit is on special right now. So if you ever are considering getting a starter kit, you get tons of free product. It's $135 right now, and you get $225 in free product. So you can contact me if you're interested in that special deal. Here's another card I made. It is done with bronze copper embossing powder. And again, it says you are pretty much the best ever. And I had another card done with this image because this one actually lines up in this one. But that, again, I'll do that on another video because that is lots of fun to play with too. So that is the first celebration stamp set that is available. The second celebration stamp set that is available, oh, it's not a stamp set, it's an embossing folder. Let me show you the card. What do you think of this card? Isn't this beautiful? So this card is really fun because it has a really, really fun new embossing folder. Now, Stampin' Up! Sells some dynamic embossing folders. This one is free with the $60 order as well, and it's called the Country Floral Dynamic Impressions Embossing Folder. And this is what it looks like. And because it is so thick, it super embosses the paper. Let's just put it that way. And that's the card it made. So I'm going to show you how I made this cute card really quick. So the first thing I need to do is pull out my Big Shot machine. And if you don't have a Big Shot, I use this every single day. I don't think I can actually make a card without a Big Shot. I can, but I do really love it. And I'm going to turn it. The thing I love is that you can turn it around. You don't have to plug it in. It works for lefties or righties. And I'm going to be putting the paper inside the embossing folder. But you know what? First, I forgot I have to ink up the folder. Oh, hold on. I'm going to set this down. Okay, so here's my folder. I didn't clean it from the last time I used it, and I'm using Lovely Lipstick ink. And you just open it like that and then slide it in. Okay, and then I'm just using my sponge brayer, and I'm just going to brayer this side of my folder. You can add as much as you want, make it as dark as you want. I think that should hopefully be enough for the purposes of our video. And then I've cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock. It is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I will place that in the embossing folder. Actually, I want to move it down just a smidge. Just a little smidge. Okay, there we go. Now I'll pull in my Big Shot die cutting machine. So I'm going to carefully close this. And then we'll pull this up again. When you're using the thick embossing folders, you only need to use your Big Shot platform and one plastic cutting pad. And then we'll just send it through the Big Shot. And this is where the magic happens. Okay, so when I open this up, this is the de-embossed side, which is still white. And now the embossed side has a little hint of lovely lipstick on it. Notice I'm getting some glare from my window. Okay, and then that's what it looks like. So let me just go like this because that's kind of annoying, don't you think? There we go. I live in Edmonton, Alberta. Sometimes we have great sun, sometimes we have no sun. You just never know what the conditions are going to be like. And it's super cold outside. It's going to be really cold again. On the weekend, it was like minus 30 Celsius, if you can believe that. I was not impressed, and I stayed in pretty much the whole time. I had a bingo on the Saturday night. That was really fun. And everybody showed up. I was so happy. Okay, I should mention that my card base is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4. And I could use a bone folder. I'm just using my finger. And we're just going to use some mono multi-glue, liquid glue, to put on the embossed cardstock. And I just use, like I said, Whisper White. Which way do I want this to go? Let's put this on here. This is a very quick and simple card. You know what? I will grab my bone folder. Ooh, this is my Center Stage bone folder that I got from Stampin' Up! When I went to Orlando. When you reach a silver level, or silver elite level, I should say, with Stampin' Up!, you get to go to a special stamping night at the on-stage events, and called Center Stage. So that's where I got that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is just create a greeting. So I am actually using the Butterfly Gala stamp set. It's available right now. The punch is on back order, so you can't get the punch, but the punch is coming. Should be available maybe end of March. It just sold out so fast that everybody loved it so much that they have to make more. So my tip is always what I tell people is that if you love a Stampin' Up! Product, have a demo number, because you can get in on the demo pre-order and then you always get first shot at all the products. That's one of the perks. Get it almost a month before everybody else. And I also call it a happy shopping number, because really you don't have to do classes or anything. You can just buy for yourself, get a 20% discount. That's how I first started. All my friends know I have a buying problem. I love Stampin' Up! Products. And I don't think that's a terrible thing. I am using the Tailored Tag Punch, and this is how I create all my little pennant shapes. I don't even know, you can use scissors if you like, but why bother when a punch does such a nice job? Okay, so now I'm going to get out my liquid glue again, and I could use snail adhesive. Oh, it's too long. I could use snail adhesive, but because the embossing, because of the embossed cardstock, it is so embossed that I really need a stronger adhesive. I could also use tear and tape adhesive as well. That would be another option. Okay, and let's put that about here. We'll just give that a minute to let it stick. Okay, and then I'm going to put this sentiment on here. And we're going to use some, oh my goodness, I'm almost out of these. I love these so much. These are the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which are perfect for gluing little pieces of paper onto your card base. There we go. And then let's put that there. So you can see, pretty simple card, not too hard. And then I love that Stampin' Up! Has coordinating products. So then I'm using the lovely lipstick, I don't know, we'll just call this ribbon. I'm sure it's like 1/8 of an inch, grow green ribbon or some long name, but we're just calling it Lovely Lipstick. And I'm just going to tie a quick little bow. Whenever I do my bows, I do bunny ear bows. I just find that the knot, the center knot, stays pretty flat and it just sits nice on my card. I don't get a glue dot. Whenever you have glue dots, you peel back this layer and then you can see the glue dot on the roll. And then you always take your ribbon to the glue dot. Don't try to pick up the glue dot with your finger because all it will do is stick to your finger and cause a mess. Oh, my glue dot went rolling away. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, just to add just a little bit to my card, is some rhinestones. And I still have a few left. There we go. And I'm just going to move them with scissors. If you have a take a pick tool, that would work as well. Oops. Oops, it's running away. Okay, here we go. Let's put one, where should we put one of these? Maybe right here. Okay, and that's my card. So I think that took me, what, maybe 5 minutes to make that card? Isn't that cute? So imagine this in a whole bunch of different colors. And that's just using the embossing folder, the new Celebration embossing folder. Okay, so that's the second Celebration product. Now the next Celebration product, I need to talk a little bit more. I'm just going to close this because I will have a lovely lipstick disaster on my hands. The next product I wanted to talk about is it's a stamp set and designer series paper. So it is called the Painted Seasons stamp set and designer series paper. This is what the designer series paper looks like. This is one pattern. This is the second pattern. This is the first pattern. This is the second pattern. And the third pattern, the fourth pattern, the fifth pattern, and the, eighth pattern? Yes, seventh pattern, eighth pattern. Oh my goodness, I think I need some more sleep. Okay, that's too funny. And then these are the cards that I made with it. All I did was copy them, make a little bit of a smaller version of this. It was in the new Celebration brochure. And the idea behind the stamp set is that it's for the 4 seasons, which is why it's called the Painted Season stamp set. And I was looking for the Painted Season stamp set, but it has disappeared on me. But anyway, these are the cute cards. So this one I would say is summer, spring, summer, fall, and winter or Christmas. And if you don't like the pattern, on this side is a nice pool party pattern. The other thing that's kind of fun about these cards is, or sorry, not about the cards, but the stamp set. The stamp set is distinctive. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let me put these aside. So I should mention as well that in order to get the stamp set and the designer series paper, you need to purchase something worth $120. And it can be anything, a stack. You can do a stack of ink pads, you can do paper, you can do stamp sets, anything you absolutely want. And then you would get that coming in with your order. Oh, here it is. I found it. Look at that. So like I said, stamp set and your paper. And then I do have a little sneak peek because March the 1st, if you don't like cutting out these images, we do have a framelit die that will coordinate, that will be available for sale. I believe on March the 1st it's $37, and then it will cut out these little shapes for you. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, so that's my little talk about that. And then I'll share a little more about the stamp set because I think it's pretty fantastic. So this is the card that I'm going to show you how to make. We're going to make this at my card class tomorrow. And we made it last night as well. And all I'm going to do is, first of all, let's find the kit that I stuck aside. Okay, we'll pull this out. Here's my little pieces. Okay, so again, my card base is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then we're going to fold this in half and just burnish it along the score line I created. And then we're going to get to the fun stamping part. So I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I have cut at 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And we are going to, first of all, let's use the Lemon Lime Twist. This is an old stamp pad that I have. Lemon Lime Twist, which will be a retiring in color. Should be retiring, I believe, in May. And we're just going to go like this. And stamp a few of these. Now, can you see? This is why it's called distinctive. It's adding a bunch of shading. It's like you're getting 2 tones of color with one stamp. And this type of stamp is exclusive to Stampin' Up. We do have other distinctive style stamps in the regular annual catalog. Stamp that off. I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to open the Call Me Clover. So this is my new ink pad. So some open really good, some don't. I'm going to show you a quick tip. Apparently, you got to hold this. If you squeeze it here at the end, it pops. And then you just lift it up and open it, which I never knew. Now, if you don't hold the side and you pop it, it goes flying across your table. That was kind of funny the first time I did that. Well, actually, I did that last night, too. Got to watch those flying stamp pads. Okay, look how beautiful this is. Isn't that just gorgeous? And the other nice thing about this stamp set is it comes with, I love it when stamp sets have little filler pieces. So what I mean by a little filler piece is it's got this little kind of, now I'll open this up. And then we're just going to stamp some little stars just to kind of fill in the spaces. So with this type of a stamp set, you can even create your own designer series paper in any color you choose. Okay, I think that's good. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, so let's put that onto our card base. Oh, I guess I can use Monomulti, or my snail adhesive right now. I'm a little bit of a lazy stamper. I just kind of use whatever is close to me. Okay, now we're going to start stamping our center image. Oh my goodness, I need basic gray. You know what? We're going to have to change this card because I'm packed for my card class tomorrow. I have no clue where basic gray would be right now. It's in one of my buckets. Okay, so whenever I want to add some easy interest to my card, I use vellum cardstock. It just adds another layer to your card, but you have to be careful where you put your adhesive because you'll be able to see through it. Now I know I'm putting my main sentiment over the center of my vellum cardstock. So let's just put about that much. Ooh, we got a nice little black fuzzy on the card. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Okay, there is that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is pull out this pretty designer series paper, and I am going to use a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And we'll give that a punch. Set that aside. And I'm going to use my sentiment. And I am using the Incredible Like You stamp set. This is what it looks like. This coordinates with one of our kits right now. I have used this so much. I absolutely love it. Okay, and then we'll just stamp this on here. See, Tara's watching. She'll be able to make this card tomorrow and know what we're doing. You're getting a sneak peek. And you'll notice when I use the punch, it goes in through the top, and I like to do it this way so I can actually center it. Give it a nice little punch, and then it has a little locking mechanism that you can lock our stamps and store them. Okay, and now I can add my snail adhesive. And we'll just add it onto the designer series paper. And I have already cut out 3 little leaf images, or not images, little pieces. Oh, where's the third? The third's still in my bag. Let's grab that out. So because I'm a demonstrator, I was able to pre-order the stamp set, the paper, and the matching framelit dies. So you get two leaf images, and then 3 of these little guys, and then two bigger leaves, 1 pine cone, and 2 different kinds of flowers. And like I said, this will be available on March the 1st. Okay, and I'm just going to, let's just put some snail adhesive around the back. And what did I do? I think I went like this. Now on my original card I used basic gray ink, but I still think the Call Me Clover ink looks pretty too. If you're buying our ink pads, if you buy them in a set of 10, you actually get one of the ink pads for free. And the only reason I say that is because Celebration's on, I think they're $92 when you buy 10 pads, or we have color families and you can buy a set of 5. I don't know if there's a discount on that or not. I don't know. I went and bought all mine in June when the colors came out. Okay, let's make sure I'm putting this on straight. Okay, I like the gray a little better, but that's okay. You get the idea. Now on my card, I also used some flowers. So we have a product that is called the Bitty Blooms Punch Pack. Now check this out. Look at all these cute little flowers that we get. So 3 different flower shapes. This is the center of the flower, and this is a little leaf. So we're just going to punch out 3 little flowers. And again, if you want to take your cards from kind of plain to fantastic, this is where all these little accent pieces, they're not expensive to make, especially when you own the punches, but they just add a lot of interest to your card. And then I need 6 little leaves. Okay, there we go. Okay, what do we have? I don't need the centers. Okay, and then I have another tip as well. Whenever I'm doing like small little work like this, Stampin' Up! Sells silicone mats. So if you put your stuff together on a silicone mat, it won't stick to your paper. So I'm just going to put a little bit here, a little bit of adhesive, and then I'm just building my flowers like that. Take a look to make sure I'm actually in the frame of the camera. Don't want to be talking to myself and having you look at a blank screen. That would be pretty silly. Okay, and then one more flower. But see, it's nice, and then afterwards you can just rub the adhesive away. Okay, I am short 1 little leaf, so let's get one more. There he is. Okay, there's my flowers. Okay, and then I can actually use, let's clean this up a little bit. I can use a glue dot to attach it. I can use a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Put this on. Let's use mini Stampin' Dimensionals. You can use liquid glue. Okay, let's put one down here. And then aren't these just the cutest? I think these are adorable. Put one up here. And then this is the last one. Okay. Put one down here. And then I could go like this, right? I could add the center, which would be cute. However, I'm going to add some basic pearls. Some pearl basic jewels, they're called. Check the sizes. Yeah, they're pretty much all the same size. And I'm just going to use my scissors to transfer them. Again, if you have a take a pick tool, it works, but it's packed in my bucket for my class tomorrow, so I have no clue where it is right now. That would be a lot of bucket searching. Okay, there we go. So the card is almost finished, except I also thought, well, let's add a little butterfly element, and these butterfly elements are in the celebration catalog as well, but the main celebration catalog, and most of the items are still available in that. And I'm just going to find my glue dots. I don't know what it is. Glue dots tend to run away from me. Okay, so we'll just add this here on one of the little petals. We'll put that here. Okay, so this is what my finished card looks like. Clear this off. And that is using the stamp set and the celebration paper that you can get with a $120 order. And I'm doing something else special for my customers. Anybody who places a $60 order, well, I'll cover the names, will get to fill in a square. I just started this last night. And then I'm going to enter a draw for everybody to win $30 in free product. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, contact me and I would love to help you. I live in Canada, so it has to be a Canadian order. And I think I've covered everything, but I do have to do a video on that other stamp set. But I hope I've given you some fun things to look at, and I hope you'll try stamping and make this card. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.